Hello and welcome to our reviews. Today I'll be reviewing the Marvel Legends Green Goblin series Black Cat. So yeah, this is the figure I was second most interested in this wave, after Carnage, who of course was the most awesome figure in this wave, I do believe. But yeah, Black Cat was slightly disappointing in the articulation department, but she's actually really nicely sculpted, and she comes with a little whip thingy, and she's pretty cool overall. I really don't have any issues with her other than the slightly let downish articulation. But yeah, let's go ahead and zoom in for the articulation, scope, paint details, all those sorts of things. Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison, here we have Spider-Man, Black Cat, and a Marvel Universe Wolverine. For size comparison purposes, she is actually a little bit taller than the Amazing Spider-Man that's in this wave. It's probably because she has high heels on, which, for the record, makes her incredibly annoying to have to stand up. I'm surprised that she's not falling over right now. Anyway, she's a little bit taller than Spider-Man, and of course she is in Marvel Legends scale, so she is much bigger than the Marvel Universe Wolverine. She should work pretty good in scale, though. Like I said, height's probably just because of the heels. I imagine she still fits in fairly well. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the other two out of here and just look at Black Cat. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin. I do apologize for having to use a black background, but I only have two backgrounds, black and white, and Black Cat is both of those things, and black ended up looking a little bit better than white. Anyway, as you can see, she is mostly black. Luckily, the light's reflecting off of her, so you can see that she is in fact there. The fur on her boots is white, and it has blue shading in it. Reminds me a lot of the Toy Biz stuff. The hair is the same way. And then the actual boots and gloves are just solid white. She has one sort of open clawing kind of hand, and then the other one is for holding the whip. They are both clawed and have little fingernails on there, which is cool. She has some of that fur around her chest area, which is fairly well endowed, as I guess Black Cat is known for being. She has high heels on down there, and that is pretty much the extent of her detail, minus the head. So let's go ahead and zoom on that real quick. Alright, zooming in on the head sculpt, I think the face is actually sculpted fairly well. It looks pretty good. She's got her little mask on, and she's got her eyes, which are painted fairly well. She's got some lipstick on. She also has a little choker sort of thing underneath her neck there, with a little silver bit on it. And you can also tilt the camera down and look at that, if you so desire. But anyway, that's enough of that. Let's zoom out and look at some articulation. Articulation-wise, Black Cat is not bad. However, she is probably the worst in the series. I feel like Hasbro might be slightly sexist. They seem to give male characters better articulation than female characters for some reason. But whatever. She has a ball peg head, but you can't really use it because her hair is freaking all over the place. She also doesn't have the hinge like everyone else does, so that's a bit annoying. Tilt side to side a little bit and sort of flip the pieces of the hair around to get her to look side to side, but it's very annoying. Ball joint shoulders, in and out, forward and back. No bicep cuts in the elbow, so rotation and hinge there. She has rotation in the wrist, and at first I thought she didn't have a hinge, but she actually has an up and down hinge, which is very unusual. I don't know why they gave her that. Her diaphragm joint is not half bad for a diaphragm joint, but not as good as an abdominal joint. Does tilt side to side very well. Forward and back okay. Rotates, so not half bad. She has ball joint hips, but her hips go out like almost none at all. It's really annoying. Forward pretty well. Upper thigh cut. Double joint knees. Ankles hinge and pivot, and are still very difficult to get her to stand on, just because of the way her feet are shaped. So yeah, articulation's not too bad, but it could certainly be better. Anyway, she does actually come with an accessory, which is her little whip grappling hook thing. So let's go ahead and look at that. Here is her whip. It's actually sculpted really nicely. The cord bit of it is like braided sculpted and looks really cool. The handle is detailed fairly nicely. The only part of it that's actually painted is the hook bit on the end, which is sort of like a three-pronged little claw thing. It also has like a little hinge thing there on it. Overall, it's a really nice accessory. It is flexible, but it's not like inner wired or anything, so you can't really pose it. But you could like wrap it around stuff, and it looks pretty cool. I think it's a nice accessory to have. And, of course, she also comes with a piece of Green Goblin, so let's go ahead and look at that. Alright, here is Green Goblin's torso. Unfortunately, his arms just won't come back off, so I have to show it to you mostly put together. He has a ball peg up here at the head, so the head will rotate around on that. The arms are separate. The only real point of articulation on the actual torso is the abdominal joint here. Well, it's a diaphragm joint. It works pretty well. And then, of course, he has the ball pegs for the hips down here, which also come attached to the torso. So, yeah, those are the points of articulation for Green Goblin's torso. Certainly an important piece if you want to have Ultimate Green Goblin. I do already have a review up of Ultimate Green Goblin, so you can go watch that if you so desire. Moving on to the packaging, Black Cat comes in the new standard for Marvel Legends packaging. Spider-Man up there at the top, Marvel Legends Skyline Sirens. On the back, you get a picture of Black Cat as well as the variant, which is Spider-Girl. Also pictures of other figures in this wave, which are Carnage and Toxin, Electro, Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Girl and Black Cat, Beetle and Boomerang, and Superior Spider-Man, as well as the Build-A-Figure of Ultimate Green Goblin. I have reviewed everything at this point, except for Electro, which I will be reviewing sometime soon. So if you want to watch those, you can go find them on my channel somewhere. As I have been saying, these are good for in or out of package display, so yeah, Black Cat. Alright, that wraps it up for Black Cat, so until next time, goodbye! Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.